Direction. Want to bring in Democratic Congressman Steve Israel from New York to respond to Trump's speech. Congressman, thanks very much for joining us. You support Hillary Clinton, obviously, very strongly. Your reaction to what we just heard from Donald Trump on national security?
Well, he's right about one thing, and that is that Hillary's policies did create death and destruction for Osama bin Laden. That's the first thing I would say. Secondly, well, if we are in such a bizarre environment where Donald Trump can read off a teleprompter, and by reading off a teleprompter, you know, he doesn't sound so crazy. It's when he actually speaks from his gut that it gets dangerous. So today he said we need to improve our missile defense systems. Yesterday he said that he would trust China to handle North Korea's nuclear missile systems. Today he talked about the need to improve our cyber defenses. Last month he invited Russia to conduct cyber espionage against the American people. So when it comes to his gut, something that a president needs, he just doesn't have the temperament to lead. And the contrast on national security could not be more vivid, I think.
You agree with him that the so-called sequester, that automatic budget cut for defense spending, specifically for defense, should be eliminated?
I think sequester should be eliminated across the board. Donald Trump is speaking the Democratic talking points. We have been saying that we should eliminate the sequester, not only talking about it, but trying to do it. Here's the problem with Donald Trump's approach. He says that we should eliminate sequester just for defense spending. Well, right now, the House Republicans are saying that the CDC, they don't have the money to give the CDC to deal with Zika under sequester. So if you're going to eliminate sequester on the defense side, what about eliminating it on the defense of public health side and just do it across the board? There, Donald Trump falls dangerously short.
In his speech, he attacked Hillary Clinton over her use of a private email server during her 4 years as Secretary of State. Listen to this.
Hillary Clinton has taught us really how vulnerable we are in cyber hacking. That's probably the only thing that we've learned from Hillary Clinton.
He's proposing stronger classification rules, stronger enforcement of laws surrounding the handling of classified material. Do you agree with him that's needed?
How could you possibly support stronger classification and stronger cybersecurity when a month ago he publicly asked the Russians to conduct cyber espionage against the American people?
He says he was being sarcastic.
Clinton.
He says he was being sarcastic when he said that.
Yeah, of course he said he was being sarcastic, but he didn't say that until after he got huge blowback and pushback for his comments. We know that that's what's in his gut. Look, there's no question that we have a major vulnerability. Everybody agrees on that, and that is our cyber defenses. We have very good cyber offensive capability. We need to do more, but I'm not going to take lectures about classifications and about cybersecurity from somebody who joked about having the Russians come in and hack our systems. That just doesn't hold water, and it just suggests that he just doesn't have the temperament to really defend us.
Tomorrow, your Republican colleagues in the House, they're set to hold a new hearing involving Hillary Clinton's email use. Do you think there is some new vulnerability based on the latest information that has just come out? Because this story never seems to go away as far as she is concerned.
Well, it never seems to go away because House Republicans never seem to stop doing these hearings. We have just come off a 7-week recess. We've been here for less than 24 hours. Tomorrow, they're going to have yet another hearing, another day, another hearing into Hillary Clinton's emails. Meanwhile, you have increased threat from Zika. They will not pass funding for Zika this week. You have the federal government is going to shut down at the end of this month. We do not have a budget. We have national security emergencies. Republicans have done nothing. I understand that they have a political agenda to try and reduce the intensity of Hillary's support with these constant hearings. But they also have a responsibility to govern. And they're just doing nothing.
But if, in fact, she and her associates did destroy some of those emails after they received a formal subpoena to make all that information available, isn't that a problem?
Well, she has taken responsibility for the email. She has apologized for it. She has said she should have done it differently. And the Republicans just don't seem to take yes for an answer. They want to continue to do these hearings because it deflects off the issues that are important to the American people. We need to deal with Zika. We need to pass a budget. We need to do the other things too. Instead, we're going to do this hearing. By the way, we're also going to try and impeach the IRS commissioner, and also we're going to sanction House Democrats who had that sit-in against gun violence. These things don't really matter to the American people. They want us to be protecting their security, protecting them from Zika, moving the economy forward, and another hearing into Hillary Clinton's emails is not going to advance the American economy or our national security.
But you agree, Congressman, that members of Congress, there are 435 in the House of Representatives alone, they're capable of doing more than one thing at a time.
That's right, but all Republicans are doing are hearings into Hillary Clinton's emails. Yes, we are capable of doing one thing at a time. You don't need to be spending all of your time on one thing, and that's what they seem to be focused on.
Congressman Steve Israel of New York, thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you, Wolf.
Coming up,